Imagine being asked to become the mate of a powerful mythical dragon to save your family's legacy. Crazy, right? Well, that is exactly what goes down in Dawn of the Dragon, a BL manhwa that will have you hooked from the very first chapter. Trust me, this story is everything you never knew you needed. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel where we discuss the best BL manhwas out there. Today we're talking about Dawn of the Dragon. This one, it has everything. There's drama, supernatural creatures. There's also a little bit of reincarnation and some past life drama also. Did I forget to mention that it has a dragon? What more could you possibly ask for? Fantasy BLs are normally really great. There are so many lovely recommendations you can get of fantasy BL manhwas. And I just have to say that Dawn of the Dragon is really up there on the list. I came across this gem when I was looking for unique storylines. And let me tell you, it's not your average BL. I mean, it has a dragon. Okay, so let's get into it. The plot of Dawn of the Dragon was very interesting to me. It's one of the best plots I have read recently. It's basically about the undying love the two main characters have for each other. And it's the kind of love that persists through centuries and overcomes challenges. And it's just so cute and romantic. Alright, let's break the plot down. Our story starts with Yoo Taehyuk, who is living his best life as the rich, handsome heir of the HYO-UN corporation. He's got it all, money and power. That's pretty much everything. But then, bam! Everything changes when the dragon his family has served for generations wakes up from his centuries-long slumber and intends to part ways with the family. In order to stop this from happening and preserve the family's fortunes, the family's best bet is to produce the dragon's long-lost mate, who they think has been reincarnated. And guess who the most likely candidate for the dragon's mate is? No, it's not Yoo Taehyuk, our main character. It's actually his younger sister. Being the loving brother that he is, Taehyuk decides to take her place and pretend to be the dragon's mate. Bad idea? Maybe. Bold move? Absolutely. His foolish plan of deceiving the all-powerful dragon makes him move into the dragon's dwelling in the middle of nowhere. Straight off the bat, the dragon warns him to return, that he does not intend to play along to the whims of humans. Taehyuk already knows that the dragon is desperate for his mate and is falling apart. So he plays to the dragon's desperation to his mate and makes a deal with him to live together and stay close to the dragon. And we all know what happens when two crazy good-looking men become roommates in BLs. It was really just a matter of time. Get this. At first, Taehyuk actually planned to tell the dragon that he was his long-lost mate. But since he's a man, they should just stay friends. It takes almost no time for the two main characters, the MC and the dragon, to start falling for each other. Thank God. The MC acknowledges his feelings in chapter 11. That's just how fast this is moving. By the end of season 1, Taehyuk and the dragon confess their undying love to each other. The dragon decides to forget about his mate, that the person he loves at this point is Taehyuk, and he refuses to lose him while waiting for ghosts from his past. I forgot to mention this, but even though the dragon is eagerly and desperately waiting for his mate, he actually has no memories of his mates. He lost them all. So he does not even remember what his mate looks like or how to identify the said mate. Okay, moving on. The drama intensifies right at the last chapter of season 1 when we see that the dragon's illness is actually getting worse. This part surprised me because it's a popular belief or notion in media that true love is the ultimate drug. That no matter how poorly a person's body has deteriorated or how close they are to the brink of madness, just a little bit of love will solve everything. I really respect the creators so much for keeping it real. P.S. The dragon actually has a name, and it's super cute. It's a lovely, impactful name, but you will not be hearing it from me. If you've read the manhwa, then you already know what it is. And if you haven't, well, that's just something you have to discover by yourself when you read the manhwa. So, season 2 kicks off with Taehyuk finding out that the dragon's health is deteriorating. He sets off to the mountains to find a possible cure for this dragon and gets into an accident there. Then, we are given a glimpse of the dragon's past memories, which he had lost. And to absolutely nobody's surprise, Taehyuk is the dragon's true mate. I do not know how he did not see this, honestly. Season 2 is just basically the backstory between the main characters. We find out how their love story unfolded and what tragedies led to their love being put on pause and the dragon subsequently falling into depression. Season 2 introduced a lot of new characters. One character especially, who had already been in season 1 but was just a minor character, played a significant role in season 2, being the main opposition to the love between our two lovebirds. Is it okay to call a dragon a lovebird? Anyways, season 3 was essentially about Taehyuk fully becoming the dragon's mate by absorbing the orb and regaining his memories. At this point, the two of them have their complete memories. He almost gets killed by the same guy who ordered his death in his previous life, but you know our dragon pulled through, so nothing bad happened to him at the end. We also get to know from season 2, that Yoo Taehyuk, his siblings in his previous life, are the same people that are his siblings in his current life. And I'm talking about his younger sister that was the princess and his stepbrother who was the king that was obsessed with him. And in season 3, we find out that Taehyuk's older brother regained his memories at some point, since he was the king and he was actively involved in their story in their previous life. Anyways, if you were in Taehyuk's shoes, would you step up and be the dragon's mate? Or would you peace out and let your siblings take over? Let me know in the comments. Personally, if I was in his shoes, I think I would do the same thing. I have younger siblings and I would not stand on the sidelines and watch them be put in such a dangerous situation. Especially when it's something as crazy as getting married at 20 to a dragon spirit that is over 300 years old. I know that's basically the plot of many of my favorite Wattpad novels, but please, let's keep that in fiction. Although, I do not know if I'll give such a quick response, because Taehyuk volunteered himself almost immediately after his sister was asked to do the impossible. I'm not sure if I would move that quick, maybe give me like 24 hours, but I will move regardless. So now I'm asking you, would you? Okay, these are some of the characters in the manhwa. The first character we will discuss would be Yoo Taehyuk, our MC. He's everything you'd expect a rich CEO to be in a manhwa. Confident, attractive, stylish, and an infamous playboy. His confidence is chef's kiss. And the fact that he didn't take over 100 chapters and lots of misunderstandings to come to terms with his feelings is the icing on the cake. I also like the fact that he's not an asshole. And even though he approached the dragon with bad intentions, his conscience pulled through at the end. I also admire the fact that he's selfless. I mean, the entire manhwa began with him sacrificing himself to protect his sister. The second character I would like to discuss would be the dragon. The dragon has a human name which shall not be named, and he does not have a good experience with humans. The main character was the first person to treat him with love and care. His true form is that of an actual dragon, black, silky, beautiful, and humongous, but he usually assumes a human form. He has really good cooking skills that he got from his past life when he would prepare meals for his mates. As a divine beast, he possesses powers that go beyond the human imagination. His very thoughts become reality. We see this when he was attacked by those villagers and his thoughts became reality. He has his very own everywhere door, which appears anywhere he wants it to and takes the person that walks through it wherever he wants them to be. He's also capable of conjuring objects out of thin, and this all-powerful being has a soft spot for Taehyuk, his mate, obviously. The next character I want to mention is the servant in the mansion. He's so cute. Oh, I actually don't know its gender or whether it has a gender at all, so I'll just call it it. I love the fact that because of its design, it looks like a child, but it's actually over 100 years old. That's so cute. Mr. Kim is actually the next character I want to talk about. I love seeing competent secretaries in manhwas. It makes me so happy. The trope where the competent secretary falls in love with a member of the family that he works for gets me every single time. I am absolutely shipping him with the main character's sister. I cannot help myself. My heart would absolutely explode from happiness if we got a special episode or something of the main couple from his point of view. It would make me so happy. The next character I want to talk about is Yu's sister. I like the fact that they have a lovely sibling relationship in both their past lives and the current life. Yoo Taehyuk's brother, I did not even bother to learn his name. I never liked him from the start. Something about his beady little eyes annoyed me right from day one, and I was right to not like his presence. The world building in Dawn of the Dragons is top tier. It's set in a modern world, but with these subtle touches of mythology and magic. The idea of divine beings blessing families and granting them fame, fortune, among other things, is not uncommon in manhwa in general. So this was something I could easily understand. Another thing though, it was never mentioned how the other characters reacted after witnessing the dragon's powers. Like, how did their lives progress from there? Does the dragon wipe away their memories, or do they roam with the knowledge of the supernatural forever? For example, when the dragon landed the flight that Yoo Taehyuk was on, what happened to the staff afterwards? Did their memories disappear? Did they lose knowledge of the past 24 hours? Or did they go about their daily lives knowing that there's a dragon somewhere? I absolutely love the art style of this manhwa. I love the way the characters are drawn. I love the color scheme of the manhwa. The best drawn character is hands down the servant in the mansion. It's just too cute. There's nothing beating that. I'm so sorry, including the main characters. But I also enjoy the MC's appearance. It appeals to me. I love it. Also, the uncensored art was so good. I don't normally have high expectations for uncensored manhwa because I have seen a lot of terrible things in my time. But this one was surprisingly good. I love how the dragon was drawn. And I'm talking about the dragon's true form. I did not expect that. That was my first time seeing that type of design for a dragon. Just a black, inky existence. And I loved it. Also, that panel in season 3 where the main character is dragged underwater is my absolute best panel in the manhwa. When I read that, my heart literally dropped to my stomach. Okay, here's my honest take. I am obsessed with Dawn of the Dragon, yes. But there are still some things I would have changed in it. First, the pacing of the manhwa was kind of weird for me. Everything was moving a little too fast towards the end, but in season 2, it felt like everything was dragging a bit. But this could just be feelings of a reader desperate for her favorite manhwa to never end, but to end at the same time. I don't know. Just these conflicted feelings. Also, when the MC's brother was suddenly shown to have his memories of his past life, what was that all about? And he wasn't punished properly for his actions. Or did he get a pass just because he was the blood relative of the dragon's mate? The king's servant who ordered Taehyuk's death had to go through all that psychological torture in several lifetimes, whereas the almighty king did not even get a slap on the wrist, even though he was the indirect cause of the MC's death. The king decided on his own to distance himself from the MC in their new life, and that was his punishment. It really annoyed me because the king fully intended to send his men to kill the dragon and bring back Taehyuk in their past life, and the servants simply opted for what seemed like a more reasonable plot than that. I don't know, I don't like that guy. He should have died or something. Also, the whole guardian and child relationship thing in season 2 was not great. It was so bad. But for some odd reason, it did not put me off. Hold on. Normally, seeing any type of romantic relationship begin between characters in a manhwa, when one of them is a child, makes me want to vomit. And I mentioned this earlier in my video on Salty Lust because it was basically the same situation over there. But strangely enough, this manhwa did not make me feel that way. And I do not understand it. Maybe it's because the child was a dragon. It's still weird, but I am not weirded out. I do not understand. Also, the dragon not having memories of his mate in season 1 and the MC not having memories of the dragon in season 3 was lazy storytelling. Unfortunately, I have to say it. That was so bad. It felt like I was watching Abby and Pragya all over again. Alright, now it's your turn. Have you read Dawn of the Dragons? If you've read it, what's your favorite part so far? To wrap it up, Dawn of the Dragon is an absolute must-read. It's got romance, drama, and just the right amount of fantasy to keep you hooked. If you're into BL or you just love a good story about love and reincarnation, this manhwa is for you. Final rating, 9 out of 10. If you're not reading it yet, then what are you even doing? Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss my next review. Do you have a manhwa you want me to cover? Drop it in the comments. See you in my next video. Bye!